Good morning, it's Monday the 25th of March. I hope you had a great weekend. Back to slaving away, but we do what we gotta do, right? So today we've gone back to the globe from Monday the 25th of 1896. Interestingly, we've actually got an American story, which is cool, because quite often the papers don't really have much in the way of American stories, especially pre-kind of 20th century sort of that kind of turn of that period. And this one's about a story from Texas. And it comes complete with, as always, whenever there's like a foreign person, the dialect is phonetically spelt, which is awful. There are only a half dozen houses in Langtry, Texas, says an American paper. And one of them is said to be a combination beer and law shop, presided over by Judge Roy Bean, who is the most autocratic and most original judge in all Texas. As the name of the town is Langtry, the judge who reads the papers has quite appropriately named his place Jersey Lily. His business sign bears these words: ice cold beer and law west of the Pecos. The Pecos River is the eastern boundary of the judge's circuit, which embraces 500 miles of wildest Texas. Judge Bean's method of dispensing law is not the sort you read of in books. Once, when a Texan pleaded guilty before him for killing a Chinaman, the judge said, "There ain't any law in Texas against killing Chinamen. Prisoner discharged." On another occasion, a man was brought before him for stealing a cow, valued at $4. "Well," said the judge, "you'll pay $250 fine or hang." The prisoner protested that the cow was only worth a few dollars. "Shut up," yelled the judge. "Come up with the $250 or you hang." The prisoner came up. So, awful accent. Apologies, but it's written phonetically and it's just... So, they have to add a bit of spice by doing it phonetically. I thought I'd add a little bit of spice by doing a dreadful accent. All the Americans are now going to hate me and send me hate mail, especially those from Texas, because I have no idea. Anyway, with Japan opening up to the outside world about this sort of time as well, you get to see more and more news in the papers about sort of Japanese culture, and it's generally about how kooky it all is. And much of it is obviously total nonsense. And today there was a piece in the General Chatter column along those lines. Alice Slooper would be a demigod in Japan. The bigger the nose, the greater the beauty of the face. That is quite an aesthetic canon among the little islanders. There once landed an Englishman with quite an elephantine proboscis. Him they followed about everywhere, and when he slept, lovely maidens would secretly come to gaze on his magnificent snout. A story goes that a fair Japanese maiden, being anxious to captivate a handsome youth, and having heard that guano makes things grow, stuffed her delicate nostrils with the abomination every night in the hope of producing nasal expansion. That is an incredible use of language. And next we got a little bit of mad science. The X-rays. New York, Thursday. A Parsi man of science, who lectured here yesterday, declared the X-rays to be a manifestation of what for thousands of years have been known to Oriental investigators as astral light, or the seventh dimension of matter. Mr. Edison is perfecting a portable apparatus for the application of X-rays to surgical and medical purposes. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? It's as good an explanation as any other, right? So by this point in the late 20th century, it becomes a little bit more rare to read stories of ghosts and hauntings, and especially without any sort of derision or kind of snark. And I think it's almost like a backlash against the kind of earlier infatuations with spiritualism and whatnot. But I mean, I don't know. But I found this story that's a bit more standard. A haunted church. The inhabitants of Bolton Colliery near Sunderland are much excited at present owing to a belief that Hedworth Church is haunted. It is stated that a ghost-like figure appears regularly on one of the church windows. Various suggestions have been made to solve the mystery, but without success. The apparition is plainly visible to everyone in church and has created much excitement among the superstitious section of the villagers who declare it to be a ghost. The figure has now been seen for over a month and is said to resemble a former vicar. And last up, we got a quality experiment that's probably best not tried at home. An experiment in hanging. Victor Joseph Hyam, 17, the son of a stockbroker and himself a stockbroker's clerk, was, so his father told the coroner for Central London today, fond of experiments. This was the only way he could account for the fact that the boy was found hanging with a rope around his neck from a rafter in the roof at home. It is presumed that he had been trying what hanging was like, and unfortunately his curiosity proved fatal. A verdict of death by misadventure was returned. Yeah, that's quite the misadventure. I mean, if you're going to die, you may as well go by misadventure, right? Some kind of misadventure. Anyway, that's happy news for a Monday. That was yesterday. This is today. Have a good one.